Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world. Talk about the team that the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. So people say all the time, yeah, it's just preseason. You can't learn a lot for preseason. Well, that's not true. You can learn a ton for preseason. We learned a lot of stuff about this team in the first game against Seattle. First off, one of the things I think we learned the most was, yeah, don't play with Geno Smith. Okay, we're going to start with this because this is kind of funny. And you know what? I'm going to not blur this guy's face out during the show. Now, I used him in the thumbnail and everything, but I don't want to blast him out right there. But ultimately, this Seattle Seahawks fan got the attention he was looking for. You don't know where you're sitting and write a sign like that and proudly jump up and down and show it if you don't want the attention that he actually ended up receiving. If you don't know what happened, a Seattle Seahawks fan wrote us a sign that said, who's the bigger bust, Geno or Jamarcus Russell? And he was jumping up and down, laughing and all that stuff. Okay, fine. I don't have a problem with it. What I have a problem with is people getting upset with Geno Smith for how he reacted. How did he react? Like this. Now, this is taken from USA Today, so he blurred out the middle fingers, but this is the best angle that I found of the entire interaction. It shows you everything clear as day, what the sign said, what Geno Smith did, give him a double finger. Also, around the corner, Maxx Crosby did the exact same thing. That is the epitome of ride or die for your quarterback, right? So you could tell that Maxx Crosby, and look at Max's face. You can see right here, he's got a little smile on his face. I think everyone was just having fun. It's a big old joke. Look at the fans laughing. His wife is sitting there like, oh, look at what you're doing. Like, it's all a big joke. Anyone who takes this seriously, like there was some dude that I had to check who was like, oh, where's the fine? Where's the fine? I'm like, bro, man up, dude. This Seattle fan got exactly what he wanted. He wanted to go viral. He wanted to get the attention. He got the attention he was seeking. Geno Smith gave it to him, and so did Maxx Crosby. So ultimately, I don't see there being a problem here. Would I be pissed if I was Geno Smith? In a very small sense, yeah, because you know what? He gave Seattle a lot of good years of football. But also in the same respect, I do have to get it online with the joke. It was definitely a joke. Geno Smith is nowhere near a bust, number one. He's nowhere near a bust. And even if he never had the Seattle years and he never had the years he's going to have with the Raiders, he was light years better than Jamarcus Russell, even without the Seattle years. Okay, so let's put that to rest. I think it was actually pretty funny. I'm going to give a props to the Seattle fan. That was funny. What I don't like is when people try to put themselves out there and try to incite some emotion and a response. And when they get a pretty obvious response, then they get upset. I didn't hear anything about this fan getting upset or his wife or whatever. Nothing like that. I heard a lot of punk ass Seattle fans getting upset about it, but look, they just go away. Go away. Now let's get back to the game. I did a post-game show. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. If you haven't watched it, go on, check it out. I go a little bit more in depth on what I thought about good things, bad things we need to work on, things that worked really well, stuff like that. Right now, I want to focus on Pete Carroll because Pete Carroll is not happy. Okay. Now, he does understand that it's preseason game one, that you can't really do a lot of tackling and this and that. And there is a lot of things that he needs to clean up. Also, since this is his first year with this team, with this group of players, he's still mixing and matching. He's still pushing guys around in different areas to see where they're going to fit best. I don't think we're going to see what Pete Carroll's version of the best Raiders team on the field until the first game of the season, maybe even the second or third game of the season, because he's still getting to know these guys and how they perform during a stress test, during an actual game, right? We need to clean up the outside contained by the corners. We need to clean up the open field tackling by the corners. We need to clean up the offensive line. They need to be a little bit more explosive. Maybe the blocking scheme needs to change a little bit. Maybe they need to do a little bit more offensively to help get a little more success running the football, especially early in the game. Defensive line, there were some bright spots. Tonka Hemingway played really well, I think. There was a couple of guys that maybe not so good. Jonah Lualu didn't do really well. A lot of stuff needs to get cleaned up. Okay, I'm very encouraged by the play of Jamal Adams as long as he can stay healthy. He played really good at linebacker. Matt Jones, not so much. There's a couple of guys in the secondary that need some help cleaning up. There's a lot of stuff, right? And Pete Carroll went into all this stuff. So I want to take a listen to Pete Carroll's next day interview or press conference. It's a little bit more informal. Okay, he's just at his desk talking, which is fine. It still gives us good information, but you can tell he's not the super upbeat Pete Carroll. He looked at the video, he looked at the game film, and he's like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff we need to fix, and we need to fix it right now. So I really do expect us to be a lot more tightened up going into the joint practice against the Niners and into the preseason game next week. Let's take a peek at the Pete Carroll press conference. But before we do, I want to make sure everyone please like, comment, and subscribe to this video. It's an excellent way to support the channel. It's absolutely free to do. And it's the bare minimum you do to support the channel, besides doing absolutely nothing, just watching the video. Okay, let's get to Pete Carroll.
You guys played Jordan Meredith and Jackson Powers Johnson through the third quarter yesterday, so you got a good amount of time to look at them. What did you think about the performance? What did you like, and what do you think they could improve on moving forward?
Oh, there's stuff for us to improve on in all aspects of our ball. Those guys did get a good look because we wanted to really have a lot of film on them, and so it's a good first step. You know, I thought Jordan was in command of what was going on in a difficult situation that we wanted to, see how far he could go with handling the noise and the silent counts and all that kind of stuff, and he really did a good job of that. But we're not ready to make any declaration on anything. We just got to keep on working.
Hey, Pete, just what were your overall impressions of how Jamal Adams performed at the will linebacker position last night?
I thought he was pretty flashy. He like he's been in practice. He played like he's been practicing. He's been really obvious out there. He's real sudden. He's always been a very aggressive, attack-oriented player. That's what separated him from others in his past. And I thought he looked good and ran well. And I was really, really happy for him. This is I'm pulling for him to get back. It's been a long haul with a difficult injury. And shoot, I thought he played well.
Pete, are you concerned, or you have lingering concern about the missed tackles, or you chalk that up to it's the first preseason game?
Well, I'm chalking up to it's the first preseason game, and I'm concerned. Yeah, that way the tackling was stunk, and it was all open field stuff for the most part. And that's the first time we've tackled anybody. So that's why you play these games, and the progress was made in the second half. We were playing a lot cleaner, and guys just got used to running and hitting, but we need to continue to emphasize it like we have been. But that's the first shot, and so but it could have been better. I thought we worked on it hard enough to show better than that, but we got work to do.
Coach, can you just evaluate what you believe Cam progress has been from the start of training camp or even the start of OTAs to how he played yesterday?
Could you say that who the name?
Cam Miller.
Oh yeah, well he continues to do a nice job. Go back to the mock game. You guys were there. He kind of did the same thing in the mock game. The last 5 or 6 days of our work, he continues to move the club, and so I'm happy for him. It was a little bit, it's about as duress as you can get, and he handled it well. But it's not the first time. He's done well in our practices, and he did well, like I said, in the mock game. He put the same situation, put a field goal to win the game, and a couple times there, and did it against Seattle. Nice job by him.
Hey, Pete, you guys got to look at Thomas Booker. I know he hasn't been with the team long, but what did you see out of him in the run that he got yesterday?
He's going to really fit in. His effort was good. If you can imagine, he's only been here 2 days, so his head was swimming a little bit. But he's a very intense kid and really sharp, and his attitude was exactly like you would hope it would be. So that's all ahead of us. But I think he's physical enough. He runs real well, and he's had good training coming up. So we're fortunate to have him.
Pete, I was wondering what your thoughts are of Aidan O'Connell's performance. A couple of shaky passes and the grounding infraction as well. But your thoughts on Aidan last night?
He's been doing a really nice job, and I anticipated that he would play a good, strong game. I thought that Yeah, he did have a couple plays. I thought our tempo we needed to pick up. I thought we lost our a bit of our edge tempo wise, just taking a lot of time at the line of scrimmage. If you notice the second half, it wasn't like that. He adjusted, Chip got on it, and he looked a lot better. I thought he threw the ball well, and he there was a couple plays he would like back. He missed a touchdown pass that we came back and threw later in the game, same play, and we just misread something. So I'm pleased with what he's doing. I really am.
Coach, looking ahead to later in the week, you're going to have the 49ers in joint practices. How much do you look forward to that challenge to try to get maybe some of the things right before your second preseason game takes place?
Yeah, I have great respect for Kyle and what he's done over the years. We've been battling for a long time in his background and history and all the coaches. He's got a great staff, and so it's a really good opportunity for us to work against a good group. They'll be greased up and ready to go, and it should be a good physical practice that we have. I think it's Thursday. Is that the day? And then of course the game coming up. It'll just be a chance to see our guys in a different environment. We won't be tackling in the practice, but that'll be a good a good part of the preparation to get to the game. Our guys just need to see the tempo and the speed of really good clubs. And you got to play good teams if you want to get good, And so this is a great opportunity for us.
Coach, I know you guys want to establish the run on offense. You only had a couple of chances early on with that first unit to run the ball, but what did you see out of the run game in the first quarter?
We didn't get going. We're real basic. We ran the most fundamental plays you could run in in our format of going through the preseason. It'll continue to be pretty basic and just to keep our edge, for the openers in the first 3 or 4 games. Teams don't know who we are, and so they're going to have to find out as we go. So we were real basic, and we didn't get the kind of movement that we wanted. And like Ashton didn't get it, he didn't get a chance. So we picked up a little bit of an edge later in the game, and you saw us hitting the line of scrimmage pretty well. And I thought both our Collier and the Lobby did a really nice job hitting the line of scrimmage and moving the piles and things. So there'll be a lot of improvement there.
Pete, as you mentioned, you didn't get a lot of bites of the apple offensively with that first team. Does that, give you maybe more reason to maybe want to see that out there on Saturday with the first team offense against the 49ers?
It's exactly as we had planned. They were going to play a handful of plays, just get on, go through the process of preparing for the game, the mental part of it, and the pregame, and then getting out there. That's all. I just want to get them on the field, and they did that. And so next time they're going to play quite a bit. So that's just part of the process.
All right, Coach. That's all the questions. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
All right. So you can see that, Pete Carroll is a professional, right? He's a vet. He knows what he's doing. He calmed himself down as the interview went along. But initially, he was not happy. He was not pleased. He was very direct. He cut off the question like, we have a lot of work to do in tackling. And we do. There is that's an easier fix. That's more of effort timing thing. The offensive line, I think it's a little bit more nuanced than that. I think that we're still looking to find the right combination up front. Personally, I feel if you're going to have Ashton Jeanty out there, if you're going to have Tucker and Jacoby Myers and Michael Mayer and Geno Smith, if you're going to have them out there, you need to have your entire first team offense out there. Maybe not Brock Bowers if you don't want to, but where's Colton Miller, right? Like you had Thayer Mumford getting absolutely abused at left tackle. You're not going to be able to see anything properly if you don't have the right blocking up front. So how are you going to take an actual proper look at your first team running back, at your first team quarterback, if they don't have time and the ability to make a play? That's just my only qualm about it. If you're going to put your first team out there, put your first team out there. Now, is Brock Bowers vital to see what's happening with your first team offense? No, you don't have to put him out there. But you do have to put the new pieces like Jeanty and Geno, and you need to put the protection in front. That was my only qualm about what happened. If you're going to put your first team out there, put your damn first team out there, okay? No messing around, none of this junk. Thayer Mumford is not a first team left tackle. He's not a first team right tackle, okay? Why are you putting him out there to get his butt kicked and get the plays blown up? There's all these jokes and stuff going on about Ashton Jeanty. Look at the tape again. I want to put a tape out there of Ashton Jeanty's first few carries, and he had no shot. He had no chance whatsoever at making anything happen. If he did make something happen, then people would have said, yeah, this guy is the truth. But this guy, it really upset me. The name of this video should have been Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, and Juan Soto are pissed. Because I'm upset too, because I think that was a huge miscarriage of justice for the first team offense to not put the first team offensive line out there. All right, guys, that's my time for today. Really appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to this video. It's the next way to support the channel. It's absolutely free to do. And it's the bare minimum you can do to support the channel, besides doing absolutely nothing, just watching the video. Guys, keep doing what you're doing, man. Really appreciate it. We're getting going, man. We're getting going. We're underway. And I really want to get this community really started for Raider Nation, okay? There's a lot of other guys out there making a lot of good content. I want to be the content for the people, for Raider Nation, to be able to jump in together and really have a home to be able to vent, to celebrate, to ask questions, anything you guys want. All right, so I just need you to do one thing for me, okay? Make sure to tell your friends, tell your haters, tell your mamas, tell everybody. Raiders versus the world is the greatest thing going to Raider Nation today. All right, guys, that's my time. Till next time, everybody. Peace. Hey, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more where that came from. Go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe and share to all your socials. It's the bare minimum you can do without doing absolutely nothing.